This is Ryan and Michelle, and welcome to the Celebrate MarriageCast 5-Minute Friday.
Happy Friday, and welcome to our show. We have our guest, Tony Boer, back. He is a professional counselor with Sioux Empire Christian Counseling, and back on our show today after a great episode on Tuesday about how to affair-proof your marriage. Very serious, tough, maybe difficult topic, but very important and necessary. So such a great show. Tony, thank you for joining us again today on this Friday.
Thanks for having me back.
Yeah. So you gave us 3 action points for how to really guard your marriage. And on one of them, you really encourage people to have kind of rules, but we won't call them rules, guardrails for their marriage. And you have a way for them to set those for their weekend assignment.
Yeah. So in true therapist mode, I have a homework assignment for you guys.
All right.
What I want you to do is I have some questions about what are your guardrails? What are your rules? So easy one, just start at the beginning. Can you meet with the person of the opposite sex? Talk about that with your spouse. Yes, no, why not? Where can you meet? Right? Notice if you meet at Starbucks versus if you meet at a bar, feels a little bit different.
Bit different,
Right? So it's like, yeah, we can meet with someone of the opposite sex. Okay, what does that look like? Where? What are the parameters? The next one, we talked a little bit about this, is social media. What social media? Who can you like? You need to talk about that with your spouse. Can you have old girlfriends or boyfriends on your spouse or on your feeds? What pictures can you like? Can you not like?
Sure. And not to be like so formal about it, but just I think it is good to have that. So if you shared on the Tuesday show that there was a person that was liking, swimsuit pictures of some other gal that was not his wife, and that was a conflict. So, hey, just to have that conversation.
Yeah, talk about that.
And maybe if you're following someone that's only posting their gym photos of them. Yeah, maybe it's a guy just always posting shirtless photos in the gym and flexing, or a gal posting bikini photos. Maybe those are people that you just need to unfollow because it's tempting you, or kind of,
or
not
talking, or when you say, or when you hit that button, like, what are you saying?
Right.
Yeah.
Are you saying, I'm supporting my friend, I'm just cheering you on and trying to give you likes? Okay. Are you saying, I like what I see?
Yeah.
Whew, that could be dangerous.
Right.
Mm-hmm. So ask about those things. Go through Instagram and Facebook and just talking about what's okay, what's not okay. Old classmates, are they okay or not? Do you all have to have the same people on your same social media, or can you have different?
Yeah. Tony, just real quick, we talked about this on Tuesday, about this idea of an emotional affair and sharing, with somebody. Does that happen via social media, or can it?
It gets started by social media because you start to get those connections and you're getting that feedback. Hey, this person likes me. This person's responding to me. This person's doing that. Oh, okay, I'm going to do more. I'm going to see what's going on. And then all of a sudden you can, what's the phrase? You slide into your DMs. Right now, all of a sudden we're talking and it gets a little bit more. Even that's a good question. Can you do DMs without your spouse knowing? Do you show them? Do you let them know what's going on? Have all those conversations, guys. That's your 5-minute homework. And then the last thing is to talk a little bit about what's going to happen when you get hurt. There's going to be a moment where it's going to feel a little weird or different. I was like, oh, that didn't feel very good. That kind of hurt my feelings. What are you guys going to do? Are you going to go talk about it? How are you going to handle that? Talk about that proactively too. So it's like, hey, if I happen to see you liking something and it hurts my feelings, how should I go about that? What should we do? So that you can talk about it in the front end instead of going, why'd you do that? Right? It's like, let's plan ahead, because we're human beings. We are going to hurt each other,
right?
And we're going to need to talk about it. But if we can plan ahead and do that, that's okay. So that's your homework. Talk about all those questions. You can't get too detailed, because I'd rather have you do this on the front end than the back end.
Yeah.
Tony, thank you for being here today for this 5-Minute Friday assignment. That's great. And if you did not catch the full show, please go back and listen to that. We will put a link to Tony's counseling website in our show note links, and also his Instagram where he gives great marriage tips as well. And hey, if you don't have a church home, we would love to have you be part of Celebrate. You can find us at celebrate.church. Have a great weekend.
Have a great weekend.
Thank you.